Hi folks, welcome back to the Horde. Let's see, I don't think I even have to move it. About 12:30, 5:28, about 65 degrees, and my batteries nice and charged. Overcast day, partly sunny I guess you could call it, but mostly overcast today. Feels like it's going to rain every once in a while. There's some thunder boomers at a distance. So three things. First of all, that thing started on the first try. Love that. I figured, maybe I fixed it. Maybe I did get what was its problem. And it ran for about a minute, then it stalled. Walked up to it, pulled the string. She fired. Ran for, I don't know, maybe 50 bangs, ignitions, stalled. I took off the CDI cover there, took a quick check to see where the advance was. The advance was back where it should be. Once again, gave it a pull. She fired up, ran for a dozen or so bangs, died. And now it occasionally pops. So it appears as if I did not fix it yet. Later today, I have those plug and play units coming in, CDI units, so hopefully that brings it back to life. Yesterday, running it around with the timing where it should be, oh my god, it was amazing. I was in first gear. Lean back a little bit on the seat and give it give it a fistful of throttle. No problem with the wheelies. First to second shifts. Once again, if you're leaning back a little bit, no problem pulling that front wheel right up. Probably even a second to third shift. If you wind it up and bang it and lean back hard, you could probably get the front wheel up even for a second to third shift. So runs well when it decides it wants to run. So I'm still kind of scratching my head with this intermittency here. So item number one, the Honda. Item two, cheap tools. Cheap tools hurt. I went to cut a piece of wire. Actually, it was a cable that was on a lawnmower, and it just crunched it and snapped, and it caught my finger. On a scale of 1 to 10, where a butterfly landing on your arm is a 1, and a 10 is somebody putting a boot into your crotch, this was probably an 8. Would have made a nice YouTube moment to hear me perfecting my skills with profanity and all. And normally when something like this happens, I toss the tool into the woods, but I must be getting calmer in my old age, so I didn't do that. And the last thing, scrapping. Scrapping put a huge smile on my face. Turns out I had 900 pounds worth of steel in the truck. So 900, which gave me 81 bucks. So he gave me 9 cents a pound. Like that a lot. And then the better stuff. I had 38 pounds of aluminum, which he gave me 27 bucks for, or 21 bucks for. So 12 pounds of number 2 copper, 13 pounds of brass, 122 pounds of car battery. So for 122 pounds of car battery, 4 car batteries, he gave me 30 bucks. I don't know, what's that about? 7 bucks a battery? That's not bad. Brass, he gave me, that's just under 50 cents a pound, I think. No, $1 a pound would be $13. Oh, he gave me $1 and change a pound there. like $1.75 a pound for brass. For number 2 copper, he gave me $2.20. And those transformers, or those motors, 324 pounds of motors, which he gave me $81 for, which is about 25 cents a pound, give or take a little bit. So 25 cents a pound on the those electric motors. And I didn't even know that hoard existed. I dug one of them out, and there was one underneath it in the dirt, and I dug another one out, and they just kept coming. So how's that? So 183 for the valuable stuff, 81, and the total is $264. Right? 81, 183, $264. I gotta tell you, man, that's like somebody giving you a quick hit on crack or something, man. Talk about getting addicted. Oh yeah, I like that. I like that. So, so 264 plus last week's money, 140 something. That's $400 in the last 2 weeks. Not a bad little side gig, huh? Not bad at all. So I'm very happy. Let's see. I'm going to put these in here with the last ones. What am I up to today? When the mailman comes, I'm going to get the plug-and-play CDI from that. I've been tracking the post. It's on its way, and it should be here shortly. So I'd love to plug that in and hear this thing run properly. So that's A. B, you know, from all the screwing around and all, I'm a bit tired, so I don't know if I'm gonna put this together or not. I gotta see how the mood strikes me. One has to be like awake and aware, and no screw-ups when you put this puppy together. I didn't just dig up $150 worth of parts to lose it, to throw them away. One final thing, and then I'll end this video. I have to say, all the troubleshooting I did on this thing, I really wasn't satisfied that, you know, I went through each component and said, oh, I got it, and changed it and had it fire up. I felt as if I poked around and kind of got it to run, and now it's not running. So I'm a little frustrated. And even this guy, you know, obviously I figured there was something wrong with the stator, and I opened it up and I found something wrong with the stator. But in a way, what's wrong with the stator opened up another question. What happened that the stator got all ripped up and the flywheel got all ripped up? I mean, was somebody already in there and cleaned it out and just put it together and hoped for the best? And when it wasn't the best, they gave up on the bike, and you know, it ended up getting sold a couple of times, and I ended up with it. Both of these, you know, I must admit, I'm a tad frustrated. I like the idea of measuring a bunch of stuff, going through a planned troubleshooting route, and then oh, here it is. You know, make tests 1 through 5 or 1 through 10, and after you do it, you know, you have a good probability of figuring out what's wrong with the bike. And I felt as if it didn't necessarily work out in either of these cases like that. So the Big Red, I guess, was closer to being, you know, I did figure out it was the stator, and I opened it up and found something wrong with the stator. So I shouldn't whine too much about the Big Red, but this guy here has been frustrating, especially he starts up, runs a dozen beats or so. I like the idea it starts on the first pull. That means that the timing's good, that the distance up here is good, that the initial spark is good. Maybe it's something that as it heats up it goes bad. I don't know. Maybe it is the CDI, you know, 30-year-old CDIs. What do you got in there? Probably some Zener diodes and capacitors. It wouldn't be surprising if the capacitors aren't shaky. All right, folks, live, love, and have a great time. We'll catch you on the next episode of The Horde. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for commenting. And I know some of you guys have the same frustration I have had with these bikes. Wally particularly mentioned that he had only put a lot of time and effort into, and it was still tormenting him from a spark point of view. So anyway, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll catch you on the next episode.